Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wise Words Wednesday, my weekly podcast series. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful to have you here. My name is Holly. I'm a holistic healer and spiritual medium, and I am branching out into the field of spiritual development coaching as well. Now, there is a lot of exciting things in the pipeline for me this year in terms of my business. I've got online courses and coaching packages that are all coming together that are soon going to be on offer. And my first online course for spiritual development is actually launching at the beginning of February. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, do keep your eyes peeled. Now, my focus in life, really, apart from my little family, is I aspire to inspire others to live happier, healthier, and more spiritual lives. And I endeavour every day to bring the spiritual into the mainstream. Not so much into the mainstream per se, but just get the conversations going to break through any stigma and taboo and just bring a lot more understanding on the spiritual world. Into day-to-day life and day-to-day consciousness, really. We are going through a massive paradigm shift where we are in society at the moment, and things are coming out into the open and coming out into the light of day, and I really want to help facilitate that for people. I meet so many people in my life that open up to me about their spiritual experiences and their the natural psychic abilities, which people often confess that they've never been able to talk about before with other people. So my job is to kind of get the conversation started and to help people have a natural understanding of what it is we are capable of as human beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and because we are first and foremost spiritual beings, there are a lot of gifts, there are a lot of innate abilities that we have that are not being utilized. We are not reaching our full potentials, and a lot of people, they have these gifts naturally and they find them quite terrifying and they're quite frightened of them. And also, people have these experiences with spirit and are frightened by them. So I am here to bring a bit of understanding about these things and, help people just use these things for their best advantage, to find their inner muse, to find their inner wisdom, to help themselves on their journey, to help on their healing journey, and just to help them find out what it is that they're supposed to be doing in life, and, help them truly become empowered by realizing the power that lies within them. Now, enough about me and enough about my mission. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about today. Now, I would like to talk to you a little bit about prayer today. As a lot of you may be aware, I am doing something called the 100 Days of Spirituality Challenge. Me with my friend Stacey Brady at Down at the River have got our own Facebook group called Cultivating Spirituality, and we, again, carrying on from what I was saying about my mission earlier, we aim to bring spirituality into people's day-to-day lives and helping people cultivate spiritual practices for their own wellness and well-being. Now, Stacey Brady, she is a fantastic lady. She's someone that I have met through the internet, and we've become great friends, and I know that we are going to be lifelong friends. We are kindred spirits, one might say, and we have been brought together, I strongly believe, to put weight behind this mission of ours. And Stacey works a lot with the wellness wheel in her job, and there are lots of different areas of holistic wellness, and together we are focusing on spiritual well-being and helping people, as I said, cultivate spiritual practices. Now, we actually have an event next week, our first event together. It's called Love Luna, and it is going to be on the first new moon of the year, to help people release what is no longer serving them and to put their best foot forward in cultivating and manifesting what they want to bring into their lives. So yes, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, so with this 100 Days of Spirituality Challenge, I wrote a post the other day about prayer and the power of prayer, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about that today, because it is something that not a lot of people, I believe, tap into, and it's a very powerful, powerful thing. Now, unless you have a spiritual practice or, say, a religious practice already in place, I don't think prayer is used often enough. Now, often people pray when they need something, when things are not going right in their life, when they feel absolutely desperate, and it's not something that's used to express gratitude and count your blessings. Now, prayer to me is like picking up a phone to God, for want of a better word. Now, God is not a term I use very often, but it is a blanket term that often people use to label the universe, the powers that be, the creative force, source, energy, the Christ consciousness. Some people describe it as the oneness, the spirit realms, whatever you want to describe it as, Mother Earth, Father, Heaven, your ancestors, angels, guides, however you want to describe it. For me, prayer is like picking up a phone to them. Now, you are going to get results if you pray in desperation, sure, but if you pray in thankfulness and gratitude, you are going to see a lot more weight behind the results. You're going to be amazed at what you can achieve if you pray on both good days and bad days. I truly, truly do believe in miracles, but I think when people pray and don't get the results that they expect, that they see it as futile and as a waste of time. But people pray and expect mountains to be moved, and the way the universe works, the way source works, the way our ancestors, angels and guides work with us, it can be a lot more subtle than that, but it can still be very powerful. And yes, miracles are possible, but things don't often come into our lives as we expect them to. Now, people pray for money, for their problems to be removed, for loved ones to return, or for people to be healed, but spirit can actually only do so much. We have to take action ourselves, and there's only so much spirit can do from where they are. Now, like I said, they can't always remove the obstacles from our path, but they can give us the strength and courage that we need to overcome things and to get through them. They can't always remove people from situations, but they can help people to stay in a positive mindset and to see the lessons that need to be learned to remove that from their lives. They can protect people from harmful energies that are being projected by others that might be bringing you down or causing you difficulties and, affecting your health ultimately. They can't necessarily heal the sick, but they can temporarily alleviate symptoms. They can bring upliftment and accelerate healing. And they can also inspire people with ideas of changes that they need to make to their lifestyle to help them to get well, or lead them to information about the causes of the problems so that people can act upon them to help heal themselves. You could be inspired with an essential oil that you need to buy, or a crystal that would help you, or even foods that you need to eat that will help you get better, or to help you avoid certain illnesses or certain conditions that you are experiencing. they can also assist in bringing the people, places, and things into our lives that will bring about the positive changes that people are wishing for and praying for. But we always need to take action when our intuition kicks in, when our gut instinct tells us to do something, when we are prompted to act in a certain way or to take a certain action, to go to a certain place. This can often be the answer to your prayers manifesting into reality. So if you have been praying for something and you get an overwhelming urge to go somewhere or do something, then absolutely do it, because it can bring into your life possibly the solution to the problem, or someone that can help you with the problem, or something that will completely remove the problem by opening up another door to you. So don't underestimate the power of your intuition, and often thoughts and things can pop into our heads that is the prompt from spirit for us to act. So act, have the confidence and courage to do so. And if you don't often have the courage to act on these things, ask for the energy from spirit to help you to have the courage to act on these things, because that's how miracles happen. Like I said, prayer is opening up a dialogue, but it can also be a vehicle for you to visualize what it is that you want to achieve or what you want to happen. It's very much, like using the law of attraction. It's setting the intentions and projecting that out to the universe. And by not only praying when you want something or need something, but by praying when you're grateful for what you have, you are projecting positivity and love out into the universe and raising the energy ultimately overall. Like very much attracts like, and whatever it is that you are projecting out there, you are definitely going to be drawing in towards yourself. Now, if you are someone who is into the idea of spiritual development, that does want to develop a closer bond with your ancestors, angels and guides, if you want to feel closer to your loved ones that are in spirit, if you want to work on your own spiritual abilities, your natural psychic abilities, then prayer is something that's very important. It gets a dialogue going. It's like a conversation. It's not just like writing an email and pressing send. It is very much a conversation that things come back and forth. And if you are interested in developing your own, clairaudience, as they call it, or clairvoyance, clear hearing and clear seeing, then you need to be sat there and you need to be projecting it out there as well. It's a conversation. So, I've heard it said that, prayer is sending out requests and sitting in meditation is listening for the answer. So if you do sit and meditate and you sit and you pray while you're meditating, expect your loved ones in spirit, or as I said, ancestors, your angels, your guides, to be sat there with you and trying to get communication through to you. It won't necessarily be a voice as if there's a person sat in the room next to you, but it could be something very subtle, like images coming into your mind's eye, like thoughts coming into your head that are not your own. It does start very subtly, but it has to start somewhere. So prayer is a powerful way of inviting these things in. Now, there is so much that I could talk to you about, in that ilk, with regards of expansion of natural psychic abilities, but that is something for another day. If you do have any queries or questions about that kind of thing, then do please get in touch. I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And as I said, I have got excuse me, I have got courses and workshops and things of that ilk coming up in the near future. So hopefully you can jump on board and explore these things with me. But until then, I will bring it to a close. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode, and I would love to hear your suggestions for any other episodes that you would like me to cover in the future. Do let me know what you think in the comments below or by sending me a message. I've had some amazing conversations started through messages, through direct messages on both Facebook and Instagram as a result of the content of my podcast. So I would love, love, love to hear from you. Nothing brings me greater joy than to help others on their journey and to meet kindred spirits that are also on their spiritual journey. So do reach out. I would love, love, love to hear from you. But until then, I would just like to leave you with some ways of getting in touch. I am on Instagram. My handle is at holistic_Holly. I am on Facebook. My Facebook page, which has links to all my groups, is Holly's Holistic Healing, and my website is www.hollysholistic.co.uk. So just until next time, do take care of yourself. I hope that we can connect, and I hopefully will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings, my friends. Yachitsa. Namaste.